for waiting your whole life. What's up, everybody? I am Casey, the Guardian Oracle 33. I fucked that up. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. My name is Casey. I am the Guardian Oracle 33. That felt a little bit better. It's Tyler's Tarot in the house, baby. And I'm reading today for you bitch ass hoes, baby. What's up, guys? Big old grandiose hugs coming in from Idaho. So glad you guys are all here. Let's get into this read. I want to appreciate everybody who has subscribed, everybody who has liked. I am so grateful for all of your guys' love and support. If things are pushing you or feeling overwhelming, it's just like the last attempts of the angry energy or the overwhelming energy. You're learning how to become the observer in this quantum field instead of a participant. Your spirit guides are saying so. Holy Spirit, holy angels of the highest bright light, I call on you for clarity, guidance. I ask that these lots of burping. I ask that these messages would be for the highest good of all. I just pray that this message finds you, if you're looking for it, that this can help dispel some sort of confusion and connect you back to, I'm just looking at all of the fragmented aspects back to the whole. Okay, so all of you guys set good intentions in this read to connect. My name is Casey too. Really? Oh, I figured, because Monique Casey. And yo ass is black? Hey, let's talk about living the parallels. I'm your twin sister. My hitter, my hitter. Why is that song coming in? My hitter, my hitter. What's that song about? I'm the white Casey. We both got that 33 though, huh? What up, Ashley? Love you, boo-boo. Dixon! What's up? Hola to you all. To all of you. Came in. What a shit show trying to get onto this live. I'll tell you what. If it ain't the enemy or other I'm just like, I don't even gonna say it's the enemy. It's just a lot of things. Compilations that are coming together. Try to go get my inhaler off my Medicaid. Medicaid's fucking not working. So weird, because I spent all last 2 weeks on the phone trying to get my shit reinstated for no apparent reason. I think it's just crazy how they can cut off your medical, like, that good thing I don't have like a life-threatening illness where I have to buy my own medicine, huh? It has been a beautiful day. Welcome in, guys. Oh, the systems. All right, I got a few channeled messages for us, and then we're gonna slip into this this message, and I'm just gonna let it flow. Not really pushing anything in a certain direction. I'm just here for the party. No, Casey, we're not here for the party. Okay, not tonight. Fuck, settle down. Hello, Mr. Brew 658. All right, let's do the damn thing. It's funny how my mind will try to psych me out. I'm like, why are you writing that? I'm like, dude, you know your channel, just let it flow. And then it kind of tries to shut off again, so we're just gonna open that channel up more. And I have to remember, we all have to remember, we always want to bring the right message at the right time with the right, don't we always want to be that helpful person to another or have the word? But sometimes it's when you feel like you never know what you'll bring through for others or why things have taking longer or taking less time than you thought, or well, today I wasn't ready for this. It's always on time, because you have to remember, every night we're leaving our bodies and we're going to other realms, right? Consciousness. That's an art. That's a skill. It's a remembrance. So cool. You guys all have so many unique abilities. The collective's going through this ginormous shift right now at this time. I heard persification. 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 I think I just made up a new word, unless that's a word. All right. So first, and this one kept coming through, this channeled name. It's a name. Okay, and I'm putting an X, which tells me X marks the spot. This is definitely indeed here for somebody. The name Jerry Lee. What's Jerry Lee? Isn't that fucking ice cream? Is Jerry Lee ice cream? Thank you, Madison, for the makeup brush. Love you. It's been a minute. I love you, girl. Was it the card number?
Huh? Wait. She was like, oh, the last name's didn't update.
All right, Jerry Lee. Is that ice cream? Is it not? Yes, Ben and Jerry's. Ben and Jerry's? Is the last name Lee? Is it Ben Lee? It's not Ben. It's Jerry Lee. Where? Has anybody gone to look for this shit lately and it just be completely gone and you're like, okay, whatever, I know I just set that bitch right here, right? And go back and look for it and it's there again and you're like, you guys want to hear some crazy shit about like a little quantum jump, whatever you will, that I have recently had? Okay. I'm out there building in the shed. I cut myself a 4x8 piece of OSB down. I measure it out, right? I almost said latitude and longitude, length and width. I measure it out. I mark it out with my speed square. I grab my skill saw. First, I rip down my board and get my overall height, right, for where I'm putting my board on my wall. Now I'm going to get my length, so I cut that off. Now, mind you, this was a slough piece of OSB that I already had that was pretty cut down. It just needed literally like 4 inches off one side and 2 inches off the top. So I cut my top off. I cut my 4 inches off the fucking side. I go, cut my piece, go and take it up. And Mike's like, my buddy's like, don't try to hang that by yourself. He goes, you know, your shoulder's fucked up. He goes, wait till I get in there. I'm like, okay, whatever. I wait till he gets in there, and I go and pick my piece up, put it up on the wall, and I shit you not, that motherfucker is as long, the same length as it was when I put it up there before. Now, I know I cut fucking 2 inches off the top and 4 inches off the side, but when I put it back on there, it's still on my dry line mark. I'm like, what the fuck? And you know, and I always measure 3-4 times. Now I've inched myself a few times, 21/12 as I say this. Gave myself an extra inch, 21 3/4, 22 3/4, you add an extra, whatever. I've done that. But I've never, building for almost fucking 20 years, never have forgotten to cut off 4 goddamn inches. So I put it up there and I just looked at it, I was like, what the fuck just happened back there? Okay, additional help. It's another channeled message. Managerial systems came out, and there's that juvenile. System failure, broken container, broken bones, over the river into the sea. Lumerian light, apocalyptic, and Appalachian Mountains, 1212. Mandela effect. Alright, traveling to meet the other souls. You are working missions cloaked in advanced technology. Now that's just what I channeled to put on here. Do I have the message and already kind of forth? No. I'm just like, I'm not going to put that on there. Okay, so somebody here's manifested to read pertaining to, or let's just say I heard a real class act, class A, class B. Okay, a classification here. Archangel Michael, Archangel Azrael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Uriel. Anybody with a message for the highest good of all pertaining to these cloaked technology travelings? Look here, funky spunky. It's just a little stem. If I could turn back time, if I could find a way. What is she saying? Is that Cher, isn't it? If I could turn back time, if I could find a way. But what does she say after that? Why is she wanting to turn back time? To be together again? What is that? What is that song about, Cher? You found your treasures today. I boxed up a long time ago. Dude, that's one of the best feelings in the whole world. Or remembering how to do something lifetimes ago, you remembered how to do it, and you're like, oh my gosh, you said it was this easy, and you're like, duh, come on, man. Okay, get that guy out of here. Ditch that loser. Hey, Sharp Huda Dick, you're gone. Can't live in the yesterday, yet you found a box of 20 treasures. Kicked out. Sayonara. I'm not afraid anymore. Good, you're not welcome either. Don't be a dick in my chat or I'll kick you out. Little sharp shooter. Were you in the military? What branch? Army. Ninja, what was your MOS? I don't know, we're about to find out. What did you do? What up, Cody? My sister's name's Cody. What up, Cody Hensley? Welcome in. I don't know. I just said you're a goddess and I want to serve you. That's all. Well, don't serve me. Serve humanity. Do you hunt, Cody? Or like have an outdoor something with, do you rock crawl or climb, or do you do like some sort of belaying? Are you a veteran? Jesus loves you too. Honda rider. Bow hunter. Okay, archery. Did you go elk hunting this season? Cool, you're gay. What do you want, a fucking award? A gay happy, gay, doesn't matter. I don't identify. I know habla. Just be, bro. No. Are you good at archery? Or you just got a bow? That's sweet, dude. Get those kids into that. You should check out some of my shorts. My 2-year-old daughter shot a 22 for the first time this last weekend. It was hoisted up on a... She's so cute. You guys gotta check out my shorts. You have something you want to get good at, though. I bet you have a lot of high adrenaline. I could see that, like maybe shaky or high adrenaline. Do your hands get shaky or sweaty? Like, are you like a not nervous person, but when you're about to get down on something, are you just like being down 25 yards, okay, feet out of the bed, 15 feet away from, you know, calling in an elk? Whew, yeah, sweaty motherfucker. So am I. I can feel that, the sweat. That's cool. Are you wondering about cutting your beard or your facial hair or something? If you do, are you thinking about making an extravagant change? You should do it. You should do it. Somebody's here's like their kids are changing bedrooms or something here. You know, they're changing rooms. They're changing. Maybe it's gonna. It seems a little unorthodox, but it's gonna work out really good. Emo na papayeta, hukie the dishes of the dieta papaye. Ripping lips, ice fishing. I always want to go ice fishing. My thing this summer is fly fishing is the one thing I want to try, and I want to tie my own flies too. Anybody else watch those YouTube videos of them tying flies? Oh my god, they're so good. I could watch that shit for days. Or like those, or when they build little huts and they start digging in the dirt. Next thing you know, they got a whole fucking house underground. You're like, god damn, they just had a little E-tool squatted down. I love that shit. My god, look, see, we have something. We ain't got shit in America. We're poor, we ain't got shit. And these motherfuckers are out there in the dirt, like, having a heyday, building fucking whatever. It's the difference between us lazy-ass fucking Americans. We are some fucking lazy motherfuckers and righteous, my god. I'm afraid that half of America wouldn't cut it. At least not them white collars. Now them blue collars, farmers, hunters, fishers, customer service, yeah. Anybody ever had a good waitress? Just a good waitress. You want more ranch, filled your shit, gave you some laughs, was good to your kids, fucking, yeah. Not lazy, I'm old-fashioned. That's okay. And if you're old-fashioned, most likely you're not lazy. Grandpa, take me back to yesterday. What does he say? When there was a line between right and wrong. Do lovers really fall in love to stay? Do grandpas really ever go away? Whoa, grandpa, tell me about them good old days. Alright, let's get into some channeled messages. Fuck, I wish I was 24 again. Fuck. If I wish I was 24 and knew what I do now, I'm 37. I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm somewhere in the middle. Don't touch shit. That's what happened to the last guy. I miss my grandpa too, Rocky. I got a Dixon and a Rocky Dixon. Do you guys actually wear Dixon flannels? Has anybody heard of Dixon flannels? Anybody? I think it's with 2 X's. I like my age, it keeps me modest. I feel like I'm young. I have 5 kids, and every time you have a kid, man, it's like your whole world changes. You don't like the same things you used to. Your body changes, your mind changes. My kids now, they get me at this age versus my almost 18-year-old girl. She goes, Mom, if I ever said that to you, you would have smacked me across the room on the floor. And I said, but back then I was also a Marine Corps drill instructor for juvenile felons. And you can't just go around smacking kids anymore. Thank you, Warp, for the 100. Appreciate that. By the way, if throughout this read any of you want to ask a question, I will be taking super chats. Let me know. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, drop your email. I would drop my email. Is it Casey Angel? God, where's Jason? Where's Alicia? I like to see that I have mods in here. Thank you for continuing to be a member. I know I haven't gotten on the membership side of this family here lately, but we're going to. Love you, Casey. What's up, JCJ? Ashley says, I'm still waiting. No rush. Are you waiting on me, babe? I know. We'll be there with you shortly. Thanks for the memberships, guys. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. The older I get, the more I realize how valuable my time and energy is. I got that for you, and I'm like, it's not so much that. It's not really wanting the return. It's just wanting to invest into the right people, being soul-led. Here's my fucking pin. 22 as I say this. Thanks, guys, for hitting the like button. Let's go. Alright, how you showing up? Collective. Got the Ace of Cups. Boy, that 2 of Pentacles keeps coming out, don't it? You got some major arcana here. I want to say, I know you're opening up to like an entire new world around you at this time. There is a sense of talking about spirituality, and then there's a sense of talking about getting to know thyself. When I'm talking about getting to know thyself, I'm not talking about so much, and if you need to start with it, your physical vessel, but thyself. Yeah, you're this persona. My name's Casey. I look how I do. This is my body. I'm a female. I'm a mom. I'm all the things that are labeled to this persona. But behind all of that, there's also the I am, right? So I think we're all out here seeking for what that is. You know, we all want to have a unique ability to, yeah, I guess egotistically in some small way, but yet humanistic, to feel purpose-driven, to feel that embodiment of light that flows through us. Now, when we start reaching into our spirituality, we start to ascend and feel these very close moments, this overwhelming feeling of love. Some of you have experienced telepathy, starting to understand your emotions, and then how the emotional body is separate from the spiritual, and the spiritual separate from the physical. So we have these layers that we're going into within these vortexes within our physical vessel and our spiritual vehicle, okay? All right, let's let's keep going. We're gonna just channel it out. Thank you guys for being here. What do we have for the collective? Traveling to meet to meet other souls. What do we have on account of that? Why did we label this read that way, spirit guides? Let's bring it home. On the deepest sense of the soul here. On the soul. And I want to look at how we're feeling in the physical. On the soul level. And they want me to take this one too. Alright, so I do feel like I'm talking to somebody perhaps who has this way of melding with the physical vessel through the supernatural. So we got a dreamer out here, okay? And I want to say where you're traveling to meet these other souls at is in your dreams. So I'm talking to very prominent, maybe you've been astral traveling this whole time. Everybody does. Every night. We leave our body. What are we just gonna sit around while the physical vessel's leaving? No. As soon as your physical vessel needs its sleepy night-night, your spirit pops out, and you've got that tether cord to your physical body and to the prime creator. But you're out here and you're seeking, and you're like, was the Bible about this? All these esoterics, all these philosophical, psychological, mythical.
Okay, so you're looking for a new credit card, but you know that applying could hurt your credit score. Where do you go? Credit Karma. They help you.
Credit Karma. Gratitude. Sleepy. Somebody here sleeping a lot. And within this space, it used to just be a place where you came to lay your head to give your physical body rest, but I feel there's an awakening to your intuition about what's happening during this state of your being. And I believe that you're drawing in closer to the sum of it all through these daydreams or clairsentient, clairaudient, through the clairs, deep revelations of travelings, okay? And it might not be so surprising in the near future for some of you, 2 or 3 years, that full-on telepathic. You're very strong in the emotions here, and realizing that there's opportunities within one thing that you've been doing your whole life but never seen: sleep. So maybe sometimes it's not what we're always doing, but what we're being. And she's headed somewhere. Like I said, traveling to meet another soul, other souls. You are working missions cloaked in advanced technology. Well, I can't think of another way to do that than through some sort of quantum field, 2112 as I say this, 2122. I can't believe this. What I'm hearing is I can't believe that this whole time there's a misinterpretation of something here. There's a misinterpretation of, even if it's books, wisdom, knowledge. Like I said, it feels like we become fully immersed in esoterics as an observer. So you're tapped into this consciousness, 2222 as I say this, ascended master number of realizations. I also heard revitalizations within the physical vessel, because your cells are even coded to know how to regenerate in such a way. Everything has its code. So are you breaking into this code? Are you into the numbers? Are you into the God code? Are you traveling sacred missions? Are you a time traveler? Are you conscious of this in this space and time? Have you broken out of the matrix? And when I say that, is realizing that these are constructs. And where we're going when we're sleeping is at a very, for some, free will. For those the rest of us, where there's a huge conscious awakenness. As he calls out to dry bones, It's dry bones, dry bones. Kind of weird. This year feels like very pivotal. Very pivotal in understanding souls, understanding entities, deities, what's here, what's not, reality, the biomechanics, and the quantum biology here, the oneness. If everything has a oneness, then how can it have two sides within the duality? At what point do we fade, right? If I ask you to express to me, when does the color orange stop being the color orange and turn into the color red? If I have orange and red, at what point can you tell me where they're melting? When does it become less orange and more red? How would you signify that? How would you explain that to another? We have orange and red. They're different, but at this point they come together and it's a whole. Last night I ended up upon the side of somebody's hospital bed praying. $733 as you say that. My phone's on 21%. It was just another 37333. All by divine. So we're talking about physical out of body, physical out of body, physical out of body. So to be alongside somebody's bedside who's ill, when they're sleeping, when they're resting, your soul is harboring or holding a space for this person's. Or yet that codes, okay? There's something I hear about a system failure, a system breakdown. You are on the brink of experiencing or traveling up the staircase of what once you only ever heard. Now your eyes are open to see what played the song. And not only that there was a tune, I heard there was a secret chord that David played and would please the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do ya? And she's like, actually I do. I found my way to the piano. Well, it goes like this. The 4th, the 5th, the 4 and the 5. It's a 9. It's a number of completion. It's the most spiritual, besides 7, that embodies all the numbers. So the 1 to the 9 before the Ascended Master. So you're at this level of deep understanding. Your spirit guides say, we know if anybody here were to embody such a deity or such a... You worked really hard for this. You worked really, really hard for this. This isn't something that's coming by chance. This isn't something that is because you're just extra special. It's just your time. It's just the old soul is working simultaneously with you at this point. You are a remnant of the last days, which means you're able to access and tap into very synchronistic, but also at the same time misleading information. So we're talking about codes here. Elsa, can you hear me? Will you come out to play? I'm getting tired of talking to all the pictures on the wall. We used to have each other, just you and I. What are we gonna do? Do you wanna build a snowman? Go away, Anna. Okay, bye. So it's like dismissing this call of love within you, the Anna within your Elsa frozen heart, if you will. Or the Anna that you are with the Elsa attributes that you're coming into, and you're like, I can't have the power. I freeze everything. Okay, bye. Controlling the power. Don't worry, there's a need to be happy. I think you've spent a lot of time like really in the thought, not just to yourself, but your guides are here. The realms are here. The consciousness is here. You're here. You're where you're at, but you're here with me now. We sit in this circle. We talk amongst each other's. It's all about the melding with the being. It took me a really long time to understand something that I believe I'm on the precipice of understanding, and it's very, I feel like a schmuck that I didn't see it before. I feel like a schmuck that I gave so little value to such a simple thing as sleeping, to such a simple thing as resting, that there is another part of me than the one that's awake in this world, physical world, but yet the other part of me that's also connected within the shrine. The whole Bible. Now that I've understand some things through my own out-of-body experiences or experiences that I'm having through consciousness, it's allowing me to believe that I was so minuscule in I underestimated everything. Have you ever felt like that? You think it's something else, and then lo and behold, it's like a treasure hunt. It's one of the best treasure hunts you'll ever have. When I say a treasure hunt, it is within knowing thyself, but that self is the higher self. And a lot of us really struggle to get to that aspect. And the world's kind of just made up with the idealism and the systems that would lead us to believe that it is more difficult than what it really is to connect with ourselves. But believe me, the pressure I put on myself to get on this channel and be like, well, what if I don't? Well, I have that dualistic aspect of myself. I don't know if I'm helping any of you. I think I initiated this process to truly help myself. This is a place where I go to vlog ideas and thoughts and realms I travel to and channel from, and to put them together as a whole and realize it wasn't always just meant for me. My messages are meant for many. It's not just my messages, it's that we're all connected. So understanding the oneness and the wholeness within that shakes us to another new level, correct? It's really hard to get to that aspect in the physical vessel and through the duality of the physical ways of. So we've gone within and we've connected to other aspects of ourselves that I think you rock. And you should be proud of yourself. Nobody else was there doing the work with you. Nobody else was there with the gratitude or the, it was always kind of like you were never, it's like God played it, that's that cloaking mechanism I was talking about. That you would be cloaked in advanced technology. Because we're already existing in future time and space. Everything's happening now. We're just coming through a physical vessel on this planet. So know that there's a higher version of yourself sitting in a completely different realm, consciousness, whatever you will, that's playing through your physical vessel. That can blow some people's minds. What do I mean by that? God will give you the dream you need. If you're watching this is a specific message. This isn't for everybody. Not at this moment if you're finding confusion within it. I found a message today that a tarot reader, a black gal, had put out. Now I love my black readers because I've known blacks to be really connected to the Holy Spirit. I don't know what it is. It's said that African American people have one less rib and a bigger heart. Their athleticism, all their ways. I'm not putting one outside another, especially based off of color, but can we just talk about soul, energy? I would go cuddle a black woman's big old bitties and have some cone beans and grits and live that way than be with a white American mom. For real. Slap your shit out your mouth, and I would, because you got goddamn gotta feel big mama like a cook. Big mama like a cook. And some grits, boy, don't be leaving my house. And you want to get slapped up, don't leave here, hungry boy. '71 birth year. 71 birth year. Okay, I'm like, dude, 71, you fucking look great. I got gonna change this vibe, and before we get too much further into this channel, I've gotta exit the building for a second.
This 4-tip waterproof eyebrow pencil sells 1,000 units in a
1,000 AI units. of 81. Dixon, what month? You might as well put all the numbers in there, motherfucker. GCJ, what part are you laughing about? Oh, 16. So you got a B-day coming up, you little galactic warrior. Shall I say little? How many aspects of yourself have you melded with, Jackson? I wouldn't say there's anything little about you. Your presence kind of fills the whole room with light. When you become the portal. It's been a long time since I've had, and I'm not somebody who picks favorites. With each of you, I have my own, but Dixon, a lot of my channeling lately has come from the essence of your being. And I thank you for that. So, you hold this telepathic, you hold this space for this oracle. Thank you. I see you. Appreciate it. I think it's been a long time since the cognizance of the soul recognition here. Nonetheless, gratitude. Alright, my lovely folks, I will be back in just a second. Powerful astral travels. Powerful out-of-body experiences here, whether cognizant or uncognizant. It's fueled by the man behind the curtain, the hand that holds the moon. It's like you're meeting yourself. Look, she's headed up the stairs, right? And she's like, where the fuck are you? I heard the tune, but where are you? And see all these other faces kind of show up, but what you're really looking for is over here. And you're gonna run into her in all the light, in all the ways. Is that you, darling? I heard there was a secret chord. Maybe your name is David. Maybe you play music. Maybe you please the Lord with your tune, your tone. Listen here, White Chris Rock. Go smoke some and get off my channel. Bye! Filling my chat with your nasty low. They're like a parasite, aren't they? Even when they come through electronically, they're just like a fucking parasite wants to get their hooks in. Yeah, you're very in tune, Dixon. Alright, I'll be back in a second, guys. Alright, here we go. What up, Bethany? Dude, I haven't celebrated my birthday for a long time. Well, I guess I celebrated with my dad camping and stuff, but there's a lot of years there where every holiday, does holidays even seem like once you start to awaken, you're like, what the fuck? And I hate to break it to my kids, but I'm like, Christmas? Come on.
If you think what's happening in Minnesota is bad, be prepared if you live near any of these areas.
Alright, let's get some channeled messages with this looking glass coming through the staircase. What are you looking for? The soul here it has the knowing, but there's an element to the psychometry I'm hearing, the psychology of the physical vessel that hasn't broken the coding of these communications at this time or understood them through the synchronistic viewpoint or the I'm hearing chronological order of things thus far. Under creative wonderment, we have making waves. Momentum is building. It is your time for achievement. Creative wonderment, follow your passions here. You do look like it too. Look at her. She's like, you don't even know whose place this is, but yet you're still roaming. But I've been called. So why would I not go and look? Why would I not go and seek further? Why would I not seek further into these waves? I remember soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny. And that's why I say. So I see a lot of love here. Okay, that's coming out the Ace of Cups. And we have these prominent aspects of yourself that are coming through with the let it go. Soften and move forward. This doesn't have to be a deep expression or explanation of something that you're going through or to bring it to such a place to where there's this unique, diverse understanding. It's more or less observing it, feeling it, and then we all have the aspect of categorizing things in the aspect of which they need to go. So your guys are like trying to get you out of that lower reptilian brain type of thinking and move into this higher conscious awareness. So we're kind of overriding that system. I heard dogmatically. What's this love, this Ace of Cups that comes in here? Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. Lady of the Lake, what did I channel? Over the river to the sea. New beginnings. Wow. There's something. So whatever this is that's changing, whatever this is that's coming about, this happens through your higher state of mind. You've got clearing waters. Waters are emotions. Waters hold codes. It feels like you're cleaning out old codes to receive these new codes. It's not really that you need to be focused on what these codes are, where they come from, but know that they are here. And there's a level of receiving that you do with the observation of these, whether it's a state of being, feeling, seeing, meditation. Understand that you're receiving and understanding beneath the waters and under the stars this new level of remembrance. Okay, I think this is a very profound shift for the physical vessel and the cognitive mind that's working through that. I feel like over the last 7 years, you've been really softening the blow to, I wouldn't say to this magnetization and awakening that would be so, the profundity within it would almost make your physical vessel collapse because of the unknowingness of it, right? When we, the body is like a possum. I'm passing out. It's more than, so when this thing is like, oh, that doesn't make sense, it shuts down, right? It just overloads, shuts down. And over the last couple of years, you've been seeing these portals, these spirits these passed on loved ones, receiving this higher consciousness, writing, speaking, learning, observing. So now we've incorporated all this flowing with the flow, right? So now it's like, where am I incorporating that going with the flow, with this receiving of information, if anything at all? It feels like there's probably been some stagnancy here over the last few years, and where to go with this creative wonderment. But it feels like, even though in the physical vessel, you might not feel like you're making this time capsulation spiritually and through this universal aspect of the oversoul. Can I just say how proud your oversoul is of you? So fucking proud. You're a late bloomer for some of you. I'm hearing that. You're a late bloomer. There's people that have decades on you as far as awakening, yet it's that starseed quality. You're Akashically, your DNA is tied to your Akash. The Akashic records are which hold the celestial records of forever. Everything that's ever been thought, said, it's in the Akashic records, the celestial hall of records. You're tied to that. Not just tied to it because you're in it. Obviously, we all are, but there's a unique capacity or ability that you have to interpret or to travel through that. Now, you're either dreaming and receiving this information, which either way, you're still having an out-of-body experience unconsciously because you are sleeping. The physical vessel is dead asleep, right? But there's a way to keep your consciousness awake as the physical vessel believes that you're sleeping. There's a little bit of art to sneaking around the brain here that's coming through. See, I have a doorway when I meditate too. At this point, it's just a shadow doorway, and I always see it. It's long and tall. Same with that floater in my eye. And it'll move on the wall and move around, and sometimes I'll see a being and a silhouette stand outside of that portal, and I'll see it. I get right back. And I almost have been sucked, like in one of these dreams, I've almost been sucked into this mirror, this creepy ass clown. And I was like hanging onto the side of the wall, and my whole body was getting sucked into like this fucking void. It was crazy. Yeah. Your grandma should have smacked your punk ass for smoking weed too and doing Pokemon. You're lucky all she threw away was your Pokemon cards and not your stash, bro. Alright, we got a metamorphosis. Mothers of the salt waters. Follow the streams. Dedication, trust, future rivers, and oceans. Metamorphosis. Embrace transformation. Things are now different. There's a lot of passion, wild love that you're opening your heart to over this next 3 years. They're saying let love in, and love conquers the multitude of all things, right? Long and tall. Are you talking about the doorway? Mine too. Okay. Right. Talk to me about this let the love in. Because we got the Haunted Echoes Oracle deck. Prepare for coming changes that clear away confusion. Wait for the calm. So there's something that you're growing into here. And I want to say something, but it's such a simple word for the vastness of what I feel. When I say vast, I feel potently you've underestimated yourself due to your physicality. You have underestimated yourself thus far. You know, when some awaken, we have those that become like more consciously aware of their physical or social, emotional attributes and the inner most relations that we have, or how they've triggered us and what we're moving through. When you're awakening, you're always moving through these stuck points within your brain, or people's behaviors or actions, or what we can forgive and what we can't, right? We're trying to burst through the veil of the I am. Yeah, you fucked me over. Yeah, you're an asshole. Yeah, you've hurt my feelings, but I've also been that to other people. Maybe not at this specific time in my life, but at some point, if not this life, another life. We have to learn that all things are shaping and molding us. It's not always because we're in trouble that we're going through uncomfortability or hard things. It's because we're blessed. What is within also lies beyond the outer world. Seek the inner truth. So that's why I'm saying, like, this traveling to meet other souls is happening in a different realm, a different space, in a different time. You are working with very mysterious energies here, and it could feel like the Phantom Rider. It could feel like Sleepy Hollow, the Headless Horseman. There's something here that maybe might feel like this, but I think as you get a little bit closer, you're like, is that me? And you see these different aspects, versions. There's a realization, it's like almost, I feel as if somebody's having a past life review, yet still conscious, living and awake in this life. So I'm not sure if this communication is happening in a different realm, space, and time, other than this conscious awake state, but it's happening. Whether you're believing it, trusting it, feeling it, receiving it, I don't think that really plays so much of a role in it, because it does feel like we're kind of dealing with destiny at this space and time, if that makes sense to you guys. Thanks, Jace. I really, it feels very subtle. I don't feel like this message needs to go so deep. If you're traveling, if you're astral traveling, if you're physically traveling and you're meeting other people, other souls, you have to remember how the as above, so below is connected. You need to understand the connection through the physical enunciation and verberation of the English language, okay? There's something here with the way that it spills off the tongue, or the vibration in which it has the manifestations for all the vowels, the letters. Okay, so there's something about the Pythagorean, which is numerology. Pythagorean is assigning a number to the alphabetical sequence here. So it's taking two different systems and combining them with an overforce or a system. Okay, we got a silent room. Express your feelings here. Give voice to the past trauma that you find within and find peace. You've spent a lot of time here alone, renewing your spirit, but for what? And I think that's been the main question here. I understand that I've grown leaps and bounds within my own being, your spirit guides are saying, we understand that you're seeking for more. You're wanting this telepathic communication. You're wanting this hot hands, there are things that are happening in order, okay? Because you're going through some sort of initiation experience. It's not a process, it's an experience of how you experience thyself through other multidimensional layers of being. The Oversoul. All right, your actions have a lasting impact on the future. So your spirit guides are saying, we're wanting you, and not only that, we're wanting you, because it's not, to me it feels like you're saying, thy will, my hands, to your Oversoul. Your will, my hands. And really coming in alignment with, somebody here wants to procure their sovereignty, but what they really don't understand is that the sovereignty is within the Oversoul, which has the ultimate freedom to roam and to realm. Somebody has a very strong home foundation within the 12th realm. That is the realm of their home, they're showing me. We want to clear confusion and dispel any confusion about these next steps that you're feeling the ultimate guidance within to seek or to explore here. Right now, at this point, you could be having prominent dreams, or you're a very strong astro traveler. You're figuring out spaces, time, dates. I don't feel like, when I talk about astro traveling, I feel like this is beyond the physical realm. I feel like this is something that happens not just through the consciousness. I feel like you're a powerful soul. You're a very enlightened being. You're existing millions of light years away in a very prominent space and time, where you're actually vicariously living through this physical vessel and the persona in which you're at. This could be very hard for a lot of you to perceive or to understand. because there is such a layer and level of innocence to which you roam, which also helps with the frequency and the abundance of limitless potential you have here in the spirit realm. There's nothing here really that we need to tell you that you need to be doing or saying other than falling within the guidelines of releasing managerial systems throughout all of these aspects of your being: childhood, parents, physical vessel, job, social, in whatever way it is. And it's like allowing it to fall away and say, what is the spark within me that shines through this vessel? I know I'm Casey with my face, my body, my kids, my persona, but what am I? Where else do I dwell? Where else am I? What is the main, the oversoul, right? Nobody comes through to the Father except through the Son. So we're talking about this ascension process. I did just hear venereal disease. In silence, the past speaks volumes. Here it's lessons. Okay, so I feel like there's some unresolved emotions that somebody keeps traveling to understand, or to, and when I say traveling to, this could be on a parallel to the consciousness at which you're at that's in an egotistical state. I can't pretend to say that I know or understand all of these attributes or these things that I'm channeling. I'm seeing them in my mind, but I'm having a very poor example of expressing them in the physical aspect in a linear way, and I apologize for that. I just do believe that if you're in alignment with this message, you would already know that, because this is you here. This is about dreams, dreamscape, and it's not just dreams because you're going to sleep in the physical world so your physical body can sleep. That's the awakeness, that's the wokeness, which is within the unconscious physical state. You think that the last 7 years has been this exponential growth. You just barely hit baby play. Okay, these next 3 years are going to be very prominent for you, energy-wise. Understanding. It's not that really your physical vessel needs to understand, but yet the consciousness comes to upgrade the physical body to this level of being, okay, at a very high frequenting state. And I feel like this is not just happening on a very personal level, but more or less on the collective level of the whole, as the I am, all right? No, your girlfriend will never get used to your large penis because it's too burdensome. Okay, now that we're done talking to Micro Dick, let's move on. Let's get some channeled messages. From the micro to the macro, bitch. Yo, shit, so little. You love my shirt? Heavily meditated. I like the color. I love Odie greens. Like, that's probably one of my favorite colors. Odie green and indigo. I love yellow too. Yellow's a beautiful color. Alright, channel messages for the collective. At the bottom of the deck, I'm seeing USA military number 66 remains at the bottom. Alright, I see an uncomfortable feeling. Tell me more about that. Good soul, here to help and create new. Maybe you are having this off-putting feeling about this new advancement within your ability to recognize or consciously perceive things in such a way that brings gratitude and peace. It's like a complete knowing on a multidimensional level. It doesn't feel like you're reaching or far-fetched for this evolutionary process within the physical brain to understand the spiritual, if you will, or the force fields, the frequency between the two. There is a very uncomfortable feeling that somebody may have that something could be replaying out from the past. Maybe this is some sort of powerful telepathic moment, reason, season, that is being deeply embraced within the soul, if not in another realm. You've got the Christ consciousness that comes out, the Father, and face the fear of the unknown here. Alright, somebody here's asking if their father's alive, and I just want to let you know, it's not for all of you. But if you've had no contact with this father, I want to say that this father is passed away, and I feel like it was in 22. And for some of you, it was 2024 that this father passed away. I don't think you knew who your father was. An idea. Maybe you've been searching for this person. I think they spent a lot of time in the physical world looking for you, but the density of their being was so heavy. It was like the message never really got out, or they had such a hard time connecting to that essence of telepathy. I do feel you feel this through your emotions as this parent was transitioning. The Holy Spirit shows up here for you. I see Orlando, Florida. And strong sensations. There's a deep discovery, and there might be something very profound about this estranged father that you're realizing, and that could even be happening through some sort of past life regression that's happening here. We've got prison. Maybe this father was in prison as well. And we've got fishing. So this person's saying, look, I'm happy, I'm fishing, I'm where I'm happiest at. You got tattoo artist out here. Tell me about the tattoo artist. Okay, that's a book. Good friends will replace the false ones. Birth of something new will come of this. And light language. Gifted healer to help. Full armor of God, talking about that Holy Spirit. Wow, the connection to the Christ consciousness, the Holy Spirit working within the trine. I heard the ecosystem, but it goes beyond that, because somebody here is really connected to like the spirit of Mother Gaia. I would say you're almost one. So you can create storms. Okay, you've got birds and underground here. I do want to say somebody here goes into the ground throughout the winter. You've got a mother figure out here. You've got a father and a mother. Tell me about this mother and why is she showing up? What does she have to say? Running away out of fear and past trauma. Interesting, because you have the father that shows up with the past life regression. This mother could have been a voodoo, African magic. I heard African queen. And it has not been an easy path for this mother. Anything else prominent? This is a message from the birds here, talking about something underground. I'm here in New Orleans. Takes a lot of water to wash away New Orleans. The devil's daughter. She's hot, she's cold, and she's mean. You've got light codes here. 333. You got a light code activator. I feel like somebody's mother here speaks light codes or was a light code activator. Perhaps they're even in this realm. I feel like both father and mother for at least one person here are passed away. Mom and dad didn't get along so good. You could have lived in California, but they want you to know that we actually get along great. One of your parents was murdered for money here. And being this is California, the potential for this to happen in this space and time was limitless, pertaining to the situations that this father figure was in. Speaking of that situation, we've got drunk, jerk, and mean to kids. Okay? Keep going. You're being guided. Tell me more about that. What are we being guided to? It was all planned in a puppet master, so murdered for money. This could just be a confirmation here on your soul's path that something very heavy and trisome has happened, that perhaps even if you're having, and I think you always have, and you know I'm talking to you, you're waiting to find out, and if it's the last thing you do before you die to use your intuition to uncover the truths behind something, it's what you're going to do. I see a Virgo that comes out here. You got 4 cards that come out. Truth is going to come out. We got Lincoln City and the Lincoln Town card that comes out. This card keeps coming out with a lot of murders lately. This is potential. The potential is limitless within this. There's an artist of many colors and unique ideas. A landowner shows up here. Maybe you're going to inherit this piece of land, or it went to somebody that wasn't supposed to, and they're being haunted by this house. There's a hunting or a haunting that this person, that your grandparents have to deal with. I see a Sagittarius out here. I see a Leo and light worker for the highest good of all. So you're uncovering these new mythical truths about that there's more versions of yourself than just the one that's in the physical vessel, awakened through the eyes and the conscious space, right? You're starting to realize that there are other many multi-dimensional layers and levels to yourself, interdimensionally and multi-dimensionally, through the oversoul that you are connected to, and understanding that you have a wake state and a sleep state. And I believe here that you're going to use the very best of those two states of being here. You've got a teacher and a leader. You got wishes on a star, number 77. These are all in blue. I feel like you're a very powerful speaker. We've got 1010. Out of spite, there was spell work on a reader/healer. You are being healed. It is not your time. I want to say somebody's being renewed from some sort of dark magic or witchcraft that was put upon them through this competition of other people, other realms, other people within these realms, darker deities, living beings that aren't even living, forces. I want to talk about forces trying to obstruct your justice or your view. You've been up against a lot of forces here, very heavily attacked. You've got, it's kind of hard to do that though when you've got the Saint Germain Violet Flame Master working with you. Dark Night of the Soul. Anything else? Got an Aries. It is in your DNA. Face the fear of the unknown. Uncomfortable feeling here. But your spirit guides want you to know, especially if you're this area, they are a good soul here to help and here to heal and create new. It just could be triggering something from a past one, perhaps, that you have that's now playing out in this space and time. I feel like somebody in the astral realm tries to put you back to another realm or a loophole they built. They know that you're unconscious in the astral realm through the physical state, so they set up these roadblocks or guards. But once you hit that realm, I see Archangel Michael. There's you bypass that realm. So if somebody's like they're trying to fuck with you, you're a higher realm than that through the consciousness in which you realm. So there's something here with the angelic realm, 12th realm. Okay, the seat of the 12, the Council of the Light, the Galactic Federation, offshore is what they want to talk to me about, being offshore. Maybe that's just prominent for somebody here. We've got fishing, so that's just a double confirmation of being offshore in the water, okay? And you've got that father that shows up again. So very prominent tattoo artist again. Jason, your dad's coming through. You can see your dad in somebody's face, strangers 22. You could see like, oh, maybe this is only illusion that I'm experiencing, another person that I've met before through another, but they just want you to know that the possibilities are limitless to connection with one another through the quantum field, okay? Tears of an Angel, an initiation process of specific secret society, and this really does not always have to be to the physical realm, okay? The 3D. Listen to the reoccurring thoughts. Your spirit guides want you to know it's a sign about what? That you're being helped in secret for God's plan. So you're like, am I fucking crazy? Or am I like on a completely huge calling to uncover things that for what reason, I don't know. I feel like you're one hell of a whistleblower. 1431, thank you guys so much for being in here. That's a 54, that's a 9, life path 9. You could be releasing things or ascending to this level of spirituality. You probably had a lot of a hard life, probably an indoctrinator incarnated into a family who was very indoctrinated with very humanistic, poor social emotional skills of acceptance, a lot of heavy ego or abandonment or lack thereof, any emotional or physical support at that for the life path 9s. We have a tendency where we can tell small lies and they become big lies. So it's really about, there's a huge process for you to go through, but it feels like you kind of go through every aspect of every number 1 through 8 until you get to the 9. 9 is the completion. So I would say you've had a very long lifetime here, this lifetime, and have experienced a lot of different types of duality and expressions of thyself. I feel like you're somebody who's going to very much ascend to that connected level of the higher self. There's no need to worry about that. I'm speaking to you here. Your calling is to listen and to heal others. So just listen to the messages that you are receiving. You are being helped in secret for God's plan. What do we have here? Oh, past life regression. Keeps coming through, so I feel like somebody's actually finally going to go get that past life regression and send to this new point of consciousness. I think there's a lot of melding, bending, things that normally wouldn't. There's might be something that brings two opposites together. It's like, okay, I think I don't call it that. You call it this, I call it that, but it seems like it's the same thing. And I know a little bit about that little golden egg in your hand too. My grandfather had one. She's like, what? This is one in a million. This is like the only one on the planet. I heard there's only one other. So if there's only one other, and you know the man that has it, how much of a coincidence is this, right? Something very dualistic or dynamic in that aspect that shows up for you. And it almost is weird because it feels like it brings in a shit ton of money. You're like, what? And you just like, the universe pays out here. The universe is like paying out. The universe is just like this. Hey, and you're like, what? But what happens through this is it actually brings something together on many different levels with this monetary assets that come through. And they're well needed here. You got a passed away loved one that shows up. Peaceful, wise leader, healer that's in your energy. There's a very close ending that is near. Okay? I do feel like somebody's going to pass away who is very disrespectful and cruel to women in the innocence of children. Somebody here like to instill fear. 1333 as I say that. Stealing the innocence of pure souls. I do feel like there's somebody here that may have robbed something, stole something, but they're going to jail or to prison because of that. It says going to jail, steals the innocence. We've got the USA military. Perhaps this is a veteran who's going through this. 1966. Crumbling of old beliefs that is happening on a mass scale. Dream catcher, deep spiritual awakening. See, like I said again, here we are with the dreams in this traveling. What's up, Steven? What up, dude? So dreams, astral traveling, these out-of-body experiences, this precognitive dissonance that somebody has to a deeper knowing. So weird. I can't help but feel like there's 6 people on the outside of my grid that are standing there waiting for you to receive or hear something from my mouth, so that they can go to their master and deceive. The thing is that my guides are like, everything that you're saying is cloaked. So they're getting a completely different message. That's why they said here, traveling to meet other souls, you are working missions cloaked in advanced technology. And the fact that this message comes through a piece of technological device, therefore, what's added or redacted from this point forward, they're saying is up to them. Twin soul, unconditional love, and healers. Okay, I feel like somebody's twin soul may have passed away. Okay, or they're in a different space and time on the next timeline, and you're talking to this person, perhaps through some sort of telepathic communications. And this person's coming through saying that your emotions are really strong and you don't need to let go of me. This person's like, I am a version of you and I love you very much. There's no need to change anything, only to receive and inspire with light, which light holds information and codes. This person wants you to know that I love you so much. Watch your words and what you speak about, and remember that big dreams can come true. In this masculine saying, I'm in your dreams and I love you. You got bumblebees, black and yellow, and you are very close to understanding. A lot of this has been about divine timing, and don't be so hard on yourself when you realize I had no idea this was really circulated or centered around. I thought this was it. I thought that this was it. And I didn't realize that there was another version of this, but a much more authentic spectrum of light. So it does feel like we're coming into that realization that, another system or paradigm falling, because I did channel additional help with managerial systems, and they want you to know that the system failed here. Okay, there's a broken container. You weren't able to be held. I don't know if somebody did like a freezer spell or put somebody in a jar or intentions to put somebody in a jar, but that container is now broken. The spell is broken. And I think in this container, it had a lot to do with capturing you or keeping you frozen or encapsulated in a specific space and time. This container is not only broken in the physical, but in the spiritual as well as the broken bones that this person had intended for you. May you continue to heal and just be as vibrant and vibracious as you are. Some people just don't know what to not mess with very specific souls here, especially when the oversoul's working through that on a unique mission here in the physical 3D. Over the river into the sea. Okay, let's get into my other channeled message deck. Thank you guys for all being in here. Were black and yellow your school colors? Were you in a... Actually, were my colors black and yellow? Mine were black and yellow. Mine was yellow and navy blue. We were the Honkers. We were the Lakeview Honkers, Lakeview, Oregon. Alright, channeled messages out of here. Black and Yellow is a good song too. I like that, yo. Black and yellow, black and yellow. New car, black rims, yellow paint. I'm not sure if that's how it goes, but I like it. Alright, we've got melding with the higher self through forgiveness. Okay, let's just keep it real. There are certain energies that can keep us at a low vibration, and a lack of forgiveness is one of them. Because that's what's tying us to this world. That's what's tying us to this realm. We are more than just a physical vessel, and the emotions that we feel, we're experiencing. And it's really hard to understand what that means until you do. I can't help get you to that point. I thought I had been much more further along my path than I have just recently realized. I wasn't even two different spaces in time. I can't share it with you at this very moment, this profundity that me, myself, and Irene are going through, but I know that I'm speaking about it for a reason because other people are also experiencing this as well. I just want to say somebody has a lot of... There's money. And the reason that the money comes in, it's not just to get you the house, the car, the clothes, the wallet, the things that you need. The money comes in because it's limitless to you. And where you choose to spend it will say where more of it comes from. This is gifted from the Galactic Federation. This is gifted from higher realms. This is a treasure trove of energy that you are now sitting here in the physical vessel. There's a lot of coats, jackets, warm socks, blankets, campfire wood, tents, tarps, fresh water, foods, basic, like ramen noodles. There's so many things that you're going to give to others. And you know, I'm a broke bitch. I don't have a lot of fucking money. I'm a single mom of 5 kids. And it seems like a lot of the times when I'm in a space to being able to help anybody, I don't have fucking shit myself. But a few dollars, and the few dollars goes to that person so I can get a warm burger or some fresh water or something, because I don't need it as much as they do. I still have a car full of gas that has a heater in it. You know, there's so many times you've given it all. You've given your all to so many people here. You don't even care about it. You don't care about the money. You just want to see people, the soul, stay in that body, to not go dark, to not go cold. And that's why this finances come in, and you'll know exactly how to use it. You've got somebody feeling not so well in your environment. It says bad news bears and struggling to be still. Did somebody break their leg? And I do hate to say this, but this does feel like it's karma. This person's kind of a bitch. And this person's ill because they're a liar and a sneak in motives and the way that they speak about you behind your back and to other people behind their back. Who's going to take care of me? You should have thought about that, you know, when you were shitting down everybody's fucking neck that was trying to help you. Even on their deathbed, this person's still trying to take your fucking status. It's unreal. It's unreal, and here you are just manifesting new earth, right? New earth energy, in your childlike sense of play and playing with your children. I feel bad for those cheaters and liars that kind of got to you this lifetime. And I want to say, Not all were unknowing who hurt you, or there was some very intentional acts of cruelty towards you, towards your physical vessel, towards your mind, towards your body, towards your home, towards your spirit, towards your animals, towards your satanic spirits that move through this dark lower consciousness forces that but you're not on that level no more. It's a fragmented aspect of a memory that it's like the wave of energy clashes off, your rolls right over. Not anymore. And the reason that you have ascended this level is because you found gratitude. You cannot touch a grateful fucking heart. I don't care who you are. You can come with all your magic tricks, bells and whistles, manifestation, all your glory. One person with a pure heart with the goodest intentions for humanity will bust your balls day in and day out. I guarantee you that. They don't need to hone a craft. It's a part of the aspect that they're tapping into, and it's just a lot higher than yours, boo-boo. It's just a lot higher than yours. A lot more advanced soul. I see somebody here has gathered 12 souls to take apart one soul. One being. Fail, fail, fail. Fail, fail, fail. And you know what's fucked up is some of these are even aspects of your own being in other spaces in time. Somebody saying, I chose not to ascend this lifetime. I've chosen not to ascend. Very consciously. Very, very consciously I've chosen. And I think your creative wonderment is what's kept you going. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know about these out-of-body experiences or this astral traveling or this intuitiveness or this psychic abilities, but I know that there's something there and I'm working towards that. I know where I'm being led. I'm starting to become more awake in my dreams. I'm remembering where I'm at and able to function my body and see my whole body in my dreams. You're becoming advanced. There's more than just the physical awake part of this aspect of your life. And I want you to know that. It's not always about your wake state, my friend. You're being very, very, very protected here. I have been. That's why they're showing me when I used to pull that card, Christ consciousness, God's child, it would show up is because the level of naivety and pureness within the conscious, the wakeness that the physical vessel has through this persona is yet edified, but not on the level of which it is in this state of being, which is out of the body, okay? And this is where you're traveling to meet these other souls, is through this out of body experience, through this consciousness. That's why we have the dreams that show up here. This is all done in other realms and outer realms, okay? This is not anything that truly is happening here in the physical realm. Maybe a few conversations, but more or less the manifestations within a different state of your being, i.e. working with your higher self, okay? You need not worry, my friend. You are very connected and very protected. And if you have not had this wisdom until this point in time, and even if it's not making sense, it's not for you at this space and time, but if it is, know that you are the guidebook. You are the handbook that guides yourself through your intuition. Your intuition is going to be a lot easier to understand when an opportunity is knocking due to this level of gratitude in which you have for this uniqueness and this unicorn-like energy, okay? This unicorn here grew with you as a child, okay, in your infancy stage. No horn, but hanging on, your eyes are closed. This is your spirit animal, okay? This is the same spirit animal you mold within the spiritual realms that you are now growing into. So now we're getting our horn. Now we're understanding. Now we're at this age of awakeness. See how her eyes are no longer covered and she's not just holding her bear, sleeping on her dream horse, being protected and taken everywhere. She's actually dreaming of where they want to go. She's connected to this rainbow and to this frequency. That's a lot of change here. That's a lot of shift. That's a lot of magic. Look at all the moons. They're like, for many moons we've been protecting you. And God's baby, all the shooting stars. But you're actually at this very unique level of advancement within your own being that is bringing this consciousness about to where you now realize there are many versions of yourself, and not just in the wake state, but that of the dream state. Isn't that little filly cute? That BG cute. Ooh. Don't get me started on baby horses. They're so freaking cute. When they like to run and buck and kick and play and toot and fart. It's like this Christ consciousness, like coming from this prison to the Christ consciousness. Okay, so it's you've broken free from the prison of this deep slumber, and have now come into this self-sovereignty through this awakened state here. The land of Florida comes out again, and I get that quite a bit. We just want you to know that you will be gaining new souls in your life. And these souls aren't just coming by coincidence. We want you to know that some of you are going to be very famous. And I seen a tattoo artist, and bad friends will replace the good ones. It's not on account. When you try to, it doesn't happen. But when you don't, that's when the enlightenment comes. It's almost like when you try to incorporate something, there's a refusal of the call here in the past out of the energies, or God's above me, the angels are up there, and I'm just down here. There's something that shifted here as the candle almost slides off. The enlightenment that comes, okay? Orlando, Florida again. That's just so prominent. Light code activator 333, and strangers might be bringing these light codes with number 22 here. Okay, that's very synchronistic, which is the 5, the number of change. There's been a master of illusion involved, and I feel like this has to do with some sort of deep conscious state energetically, but more or less through your physical vessel. Somebody wants to be my friend on Snapchat. So you're going to have new friends coming. You're going to have new people coming, and you'll be like, where the fuck did you come from? Spirit realm. The ones you hang out with over the last 3 months you've already been chilling with that are, you're building things in different realm spaces and times, and it's playing out in the physical. That crisis energy and that non-stop seeking why somebody won't give you their energy, space and time, because they're not a sovereign soul. They don't have it to give. It's depleted by going to other faucets of whatever they've given their energy to, until they can call that back and magnify where their consciousness is spread to. There's no longer this nostalgia about the past that's breaking through for you because of these other aspects of souls that you're meeting. And when I say other aspects of souls, I feel like they are aspects of souls from your oversoul. You have a main soul light, and let's just say it spreads through the darkness off of a bunch of pieces of glass, this light, and it refracts. So all these beams of light are coming down off this main light. That's called fragmented aspects of soul, different soul splits, right? Soul family, but it all comes from the main light. And then there's these different layers, right? Layers. I feel like you've reached up through this genealogical code in whatever way, genetics, activating it on a more resonant level, a higher frequency of, are you working off more chromosomes than the 12? And I'm feeling like the 33, so it feels like some sort of Pleiadian energy that's coming through. It just manifests within your being. It is a version of you. It's nothing it's supernatural, but it's you. You're experiencing yourself. This profundity comes with an experiencing aspects of yourself through multi-dimensional layers and versions and aspects and perceptions that we have. Everything that comes through the physical eye is a refraction of light that's giving us this impression within our brain, so we're knowing what it is. Now, what if I told you that you could look at pictures, look at things, and put something else in there? Feel the sensation that the house is yours, the job is yours. You're to this level of awakeness that it's sovereignty within the soul. Don't stop seeking. We're not here to pave a path outside of humanity or be different, or we're just being. Now, all of you hold your own unique spectrums of light that are embodied, and that's blatant to see. And if it's not now, more in the future, will it ever be so vibrant and visible for the world? It's alchemy. It's being able to take something, yes, that was supposed to be very tiresome or trying for you, and find the best within it to find that sovereignty. And once you do that, you start to realize less and less things in the physical world capture your attention, or capture your time, or capture your thoughts. You become this free thinker. And it feels like that's that level of ascension that your spirit guides are bringing in, saying you are cloaked in advanced technology, because where you actually originate from on the soul level is a very advanced aspect of being. So you're just getting like the remnants of kind of what's left here and picking up the pieces. Though it seems there's nothing for you to pick up, there's nothing for you to go find, there's nothing for you. Just allow yourself to receive. Allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to go with the flow, and allow yourself to shift here. You don't have anything that's not an extra amount of hard work. It's just dedication to your awareness within the physical vessel and how that complements your spiritual body. Eating good, drinking plenty of water. Be kind to yourself. Laugh. Break the matrix with some humor, huh? All right, let's get a message from the higher self. Thank you guys all for being in here and hitting that like button. Please hit the subscribe. For the love of God, hit the subscribe. We're trying to share the video. I would like to get about 5 more thousand subscribers by hopefully the end of the year. Hopefully by January 1st, we'll be at 10,000 subscribers. We'll see if I can hit another 5 in a year. It's been a rough year, so I'm hoping we can do better than that. But I'm not hoping from the physical standpoint. Hope is on the way. I'm doing this from my higher aspected self to the physical. So there's a direct link. There's a direct communication. What you don't see is the light, which is the information, these codes. Let it be. Let it be.
Dishes accomplished.
Bye.
KX250 unlocked.
Is that a good achievement? Doing the dishes like a KX250? Sitting in Roger's garage.
Okay, if you guys give me 1 second, I will be right back. All right, help is on the way. This is the higher self oracle. My ears. My ears start to feel like they're itching as soon as I walk in here. I cried out, I am slipping, but your unfailing love, O Lord, supported me. When doubts filled my mind with your comfort, wow. When doubts filled your mind, your comfort gave me renewed hope and cheer. Psalms 94:18 through 19. Dear Spirit, you are not required to do everything alone. Your higher self is reassuring you that the support is coming your way to help you on your journey. How awesome is this for this card to come out through this read? It's not just you. It's this beautiful light and this bigger, so much bigger than your version that's working through you. I just don't have the words to say it. While it may look like you feel like it's been a lonely journey, there are guardians of light, ancestors, angels, and other light beings who accompany your soul and light on this journey ahead. Perhaps you are currently looking for a new job, you need financial assistance or going to school, or are moving to a new destination. It is likely that this juncture you have requested help, and it is taking longer than you have expected. Remember that the help you receive may not look as you expected it should, and it may not come at the exact time you hoped it would. However, trust that Spirit is watching out for you. You too are just as important as the other spirits on this planet. And are never forgotten. Your mission, your goals, your hopes, your dreams are just as important. Have faith, and no assistance will be sent in a form of necessary to aid you on your journey. Your help is coming. Your help is coming. Your help is here. It's within you. You fantastic, advanced being of light. All right, let's get into this mystical Martian oracle. What's up, Petty? All right, what mystical Martians do we have here supporting the collective consciousness on this traveling that they're having, meeting other souls, and on these missions that they're cloaked in advanced technology? Who's here helping with that? Thank you. What up, Scribble? You weirdo. Oh, Casey, when everything happened, nobody believed me, but when I saw 333, I stopped and listened to you, and thou were telling my story. Now it's a movie. Couldn't have done it without you. I love you. I know your soul. I'm gonna tell you that. They're Scribbles. Thank you for the $100 in the ZAR. What is ZAR? What form of what do you call it? Would be a currency, right? What place is that from? What's ZAR? I don't think I've ever heard that. South African rand? Thank you. Are you in Africa? That's Russia. I'm Zulu. Oh man, my geography is so bad. I feel so interested within you saying that. Zulu. Okay, I heard Zimbabwe. Is there anything to do with Zimbabwe? Zulu. Zulu is our number for 0 in the military alphabet. Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta Echo Foxtrot Hotel Golf India Juliet Kilo Lima Indigo I messed that up. Kilo JJKL Lima Mike N November O October P Papa Q Quebec R Romeo S Sierra I'm gonna PQRS T Tango U Umbrella Uniform U Umbrella V Victor W almost said wanker. Oh God, what is W? I heard Wilson. It's not. Why can't I think of it? V Victor Whiskey, Yankee, WX, X is Zulu, Y is Yankee, Z is Zulu. Xylophone. It's whiskey. How could I forget that? I love whiskey. Thank you. I just appreciate you. Thank you, Scribble Dibble. You got the element of earth, survival, adaptability, and revival. Talking to the tree, huh? What else do we have here? Tell us something good. Tell me that he loves me. Yeah, you're birthing into the eye of the creation, coming to the center of the whole. To the eye of the storm. 88 could be prominent. Working through that shadow self of dynamo. What is that? Denial here. Okay. 11. It's my yes number. Okay, so somebody has like a really unique soulmate connection coming in here, and we're talking about from the as above to the so below. Okay, here. Consciously, spiritually, physically, metaphysically, quantumly, it's all there. It just hasn't happened here yet. So you got the Venusians. You got Venus that shows up. So I wonder if somebody here doesn't have a Scorpio in Venus for some reason. I've seen that in my mind's eye. Complete opening. Okay, so it's like my whole throat chakra and heart. Flayed. Flayed. Look at her, look at it. Now you see it. Now you feel it. Now you know. See her heart coming up? Call you guardian Casey. Can you feel it? That's Casey. It looks like my dog's name, Daisy, but it's Casey. I've never seen it spelled that way. C-A-I-S-Y. That's cute. C-A-S-E-Y. But my dog's name's Daisy. Did you? Yeah, I felt a Venusian Scorpion. So maybe somebody has Scorpio in the Venus placement. They do. I'm not saying that if this message comes through for you, you definitely have Scorpio in your Venus. Ascendant, evolutionary descendants. Evolutionary descendants. Okay, let's go. Lyran show up. February 4th is going to be very prominent here. I thought I brought my glasses up. Obviously, I didn't. My energy feels off. I felt really fragmented trying to get into this message, and there's like old versions of myself protruding through just like the collective. I could feel that same old energy of like naysayer. You know, when a gatekeepers, you're just like, oh, I don't want to give you, I don't want to let you, you don't have access. And you're like, fuck you, I'm a watcher. Give me my fucking access and I will take my place. You know, and somebody, there's something here with that. Somebody you're above is trying to limit, and it can't happen. Cannot happen, especially if this has to do with a love situation, okay? There's no limiting the divine, so. And I would hate to be the one doing that with the Christ consciousness out here. The Christos rises, right? The Christos is that oil within your spine, that Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit, holy angels. The Venusians are humanoid extraterrestrials that live on our Venus sister planet within our solar system. Venusians are descendants from the Lyra race. I told you I seen Lyrans when I opened this book. Venus is extremely hot and on third dimensional realms uninhibitably by human standards. Now, that's talking about traveling there from a third dimensional aspect of yourself. No way, no. But that's not to say that higher versions of yourself that are not at the third, that are at the fifth, the seventh, the 12th, and so on and so forth, are not already inhibiting this planet, this space, and time. However, Venus is teeming with exuberant life and highly evolved civilizations. Venus has sophisticated environmental technologies that protect its colonies. Interesting, I would channel this as traveling to meet other souls. You are working missions cloaked in advanced technology. And this here is talking about these Venusians that have sophisticated environmental technologies that protect its colonies. If any of you know, we are considered colonies as starseeds and as tribes. We are colonies that are here in this space and time. The beautiful people coexist in complete harmony. Venus has no wars, is completely egalitarian, and has neither money systems nor fraud. Sign me up. Similar to their distant cosmic cousins, the Pleiadians, looks like I already am, the Venusians also have tarnished history. So before they collectively shifted their consciousness and frequencies, the Venusians' egos nearly wiped out their entire bloodline and almost totally destroyed their own home planet, which forced them to wake up and ascend. Venusians reside in the higher astral realms. Funny we would talk about that. Astral realms of the fourth dimension, which somewhat parallels in appearance to the third dimension, only more alive, luminous, and enlightened. Due to their activated consciousness, they are able to be fully present in their etheric light body form if they desire. So who are you dealing with here? Think about what I just said. Physical's out of this. This is through a spiritual aspect or a higher conscious evolutionary state of being in which you are obviously realming with these Venusian dimensions, okay? This is deep. This is, you'll know if it's for you. I can't break it down anymore. They can only manifest into the third 3D material bodies if they choose. They are very psychic and extremely empathic. They are masters of manifestation, instructed from the telepathy is used for communications within the Venusian community. So if you've had telepathy in this physical realm with another, it's through that Venusian realm. Very specific. While in their astral form, they do not eat actual food, but rather absorb energy as a form of sustenance and nutrition. Many Venusians visit, and some are contracted to live here on Earth. Think about this. The harsh densities of Earth can make the initial 3D transition difficult for them. Valiant Thor was one well-known Venusian that worked at the Pentagon in the early 60s during the Eisenhower presidency. The Venusians are energetically and deeply connected with the heart vibrations of unconditional love and participating in assisting the consciousness of awakening these earthlings. This means there's a lot of empathy here that's within your heart. You've got soulmates, twin flames, and mutual attraction that's showing up. There's a lot of self-love. You could be meeting your other version of yourself. Don't stop. Let it unfold naturally. Have zero expectation of where this journey or what this has led to. I know that you're sitting here at a focal point. Like I thought everything was physical besides the meditating and the tapping into the divination. Now there's a whole nother realm or more. What do I do with it? Well, your guides are saying here, just stay grounded here with the earth energy. Connect to nature, connect to the trees, hug a tree, hold a limb, leaves, rocks. There's something here about a very high velocity of a centrifugal force. And I feel like this is somebody's Merkaba who is activating, because I can see these, let's see, this one would go this way, this one would go, I can't even do it. Oh my gosh. This one's going forward, this one's going backwards. Okay, there we go. That was so hard to do for a minute. It was to find that flow. We've got the earth self and the higher self, the Merkaba. The Merkaba is two spheres spinning at the light of speed in opposite directions, which create this orb, or shall we say vehicle force, for the spiritual body to travel through. You're there. You're already there. It's just kind of trying to understand how this becomes incorporated into this physical form of what you know as your reality. And does it look like the love that we knew? We're going to talk about this being as from an unconditional space. I hate to break it to you. There's something, if you're already with a person, you're going to see this enlightened aspect or version of themselves, and it's probably why you're already very drawn to them. If not, you know this person in the spirit realm, and you're very connected to them, and it's now grounding here on earth. It's a Venusian energy. Okay, we're talking about energy. Christ consciousness. Scribble bites worldwide. Thank you for the 333 czar. Well, you heard the lady. She speaks truth. Surviving Romy. Sending you so much love. Man, I could definitely eat some good food with you. You like good food? Do you like curry? Because right now, like when I started reading your messages, I was tasting like curry, like Indian food for some reason. Lots of turmeric, lots of herbs, like the Afghanistan. I'm tasting like Afghanistan food. I'm tasting curry. I'm tasting soups. I'm tasting lots of, is it herbs? It's like seeds and almonds and, what do you call it? It's a herb, but they're minerals. They're starting, it's like a mineral too. I just feel that going in your body, and like turmeric. Somebody's body needs turmeric and tomatoes and avocado. It's like mixing like green onions, tomatoes. It's like a pico de gallo. It's like, oh God, and like especially doing it with intention to, let your guides help you go shopping. Let your higher self help you go shopping and put this. I'm craving vegetables so bad right now. You know what I want? Asparagus. I want asparagus broiled in the oven with Parmesan cheese on it and salt and cracked pepper. That sounds so good. And like seeds. So I made, because my kids like to snack, I went and got sunflower seeds, honey roasted peanuts, regular peanuts, pistachios, cashews. I got chocolate covered raisins, peanut covered raisins, caramel covered chocolates, and I just put them all in a big thing with like some granola, strawberry and chocolate granola. The kids tore that shit up, man. Boiled peanuts? I never had that. My dad used to put them in his Coca-Cola bottle though. He would take off the lid and like put a whole thing of corn nuts, as I think what they were, and he would put it in his, I don't know why, but he ate peanuts in his Coke. He would drink it and put the peanuts in the top of his little 2-liter bottle or 1-liter bottle or whatever and would eat it like that. There's one thing that none of you will ever know is so good because of the sound of it, but if you guys have ever tried Rocky Mountain oysters or cow balls, have ever been to a branding and had them castrate the ball, you take the out layer skin off and then you put them on the fire. If you think chicken nuggets are good, you should try cinnamon balls. They're so good. So good. One thing I'd like to actually try, and I know it kind of sounds rude, but I want to try, I would like to try octopus. And I would like to try those fish eggs. Caviar. I want to try it with like a really nice, rich club cracker or something good with it. I love oysters. What up, Crystalline? Oh, I don't know why I love seafood so much. It's terrible. I do. Sweet peas sound good in some butter right now, too. Or a nice fat fucking roast in the crock pot. Have you had octopus? Seriously? Scribbles? So is it like the chewy? Is it... How would you say it's palatable? Because I've had like... I would think it would be like more of a dehydrated... Oh, you're talking about probably having it live cooked in the restaurant, huh? I was thinking about, like, do they make octopus jerky? I was just thinking, like, octopus jerky would taste good. No on the balls, but yes on the caviar. Okay, no cow balls, but I'll have some fish eggs. One egg to another. Good night, Dixon. Love you. Dixon, I'm making you a moderator. Welcome to the family. I feel like I don't ever get enough time with some of you guys, just so you know. Where did Dixon go? There you are. Good night, Casey. Thank you for the knowledge and the laughs. I love you too. Thank you. I'm so glad. Okay, we got a Chiron Mitchell in here. Where did you get the name Chiron at, homie? Thank you for the 333. You're so awesome. I appreciate that. The Czar, the Zulu. I could learn a lot from you guys. A lot. I wish you guys... So tell me what you guys think about me doing, like, for those of you that have had profound experiences or that specialize in something unique, or anybody who has a great gift of gab who would like to collab with me and come on and just communicate with our tribe, please let me know. I am more than willing to do that. Claire V, I know she doesn't feel good. I would love to get Constance on a collab, but I think that my energy kind of overwhelms Constance sometimes because it's so chaotic and she's so calm. I'd have to find somebody who's more on my frequency of cuckoo. I do want to do a collab with Constance, though, for sure. I was going to do a collab with Bill Hunter until he went missing. Thank you guys for tuning in, tuning up. So we've got beautiful astral travels, out-of-body experiencers. We've got these nature divas, these elemental beings. And I think whatever words that others have spoken in the past, they're fading. Even that of your own. And understanding what an important role you really have in your speech, you know. Puffin, welcome in. We love you, Puffin. Has anybody seen Claudia? Claudia 33. Has she been in here tonight? Claudia, I know you're gonna watch this either way. I love you. Email me and let me know. I know I did your personal read and it wasn't muted on my end, but YouTube did it with no sound. So I want to make that up to you. So if you're watching this, let me know. I will give you another read. Just let me know what you're wanting. And if you guys like a personal read with me, or you're interested in the way that I read, or the way, if you guys want Akashic readings, if you guys want personal readings for the highest good of all, if you have specific questions you'd like to ask, if you're not sure about it and you're skeptic, I do the 15-minute reads. They're $25. You can't go wrong with giving a little taste, asking a few questions. There's burning desires within each and every one of you to connect to this different aspect of yourself. There's nothing saying that you can't do this on your very own, but sometimes we all need a little kick in the ass or a little bit of foresight that we initially didn't have, or light codes, light language, something that may traverse the spirit into such a way that the physical body and the spiritual being is now connected. We're working or holding space together in such a way. Welcome in, guys. I love you so much. Let's see what Ascended Masters are here and with what lesson are they trying to bring forth for the collective consciousness. You guys rock. Hi, Ishtar. Oh. It's just Yeshua. It's just the Yehovah. Hi. Acts of service. When you serve, the universe services you. Thank you, Puffin. She says Casey's readings are the best. I try. If anybody has any super shot questions, why can't I speak? Super quack. If you have any super chat questions, I'll take them. I'm getting ready to get off of here. Thank you so much for the donations tonight. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for all of the jewels. You guys are so fucking awesome. Got 31 jewels up there. All right, we got Shiva. Shiva who's coming through. And I wish I had the book to this. I know I do. I think it's in my storage unit somewhere because I've moved 5 times in the last year. But you guys are coming through, letting you know that this is the end of a cycle. Your debts are paid, and you get to choose your destiny. I encourage you to look up Lord Shiva and see in which way the dynamics or the aspects of this deity are working through you, your oversoul, your energy that you're able to encapsulate within. You also have Mahavatar, Babaji, spiritual awakening, interconnectedness, and understanding the inner workings. And we've got the blue beings with light transmission, wounds healed, important information. All right. You can now travel to new spaces and realms of time and incorporate all of this together. You have the go. You got Paul, the Vietnamian, the gifted one, who shows up in your energy saying, we're revealing hidden talents and opportunities for you to shine. Don't shy away from it, and know that this is, even if it looks so foreign, it's just an evolutionary descendant of who you truly are. Okay? Don't let looks deceive you. Don't let them deceive you. Her eyes, man, her eyes are so deep. There's a lot in those women's eyes. Wow. Deep eyes. You ever seen anybody with deep eyes like that? The sorrows, seen a lot. That's the interconnectedness here and understanding the inner workings of the overall, the macro within the micro, vice versa. All right, the ending of a cycle is here, and you've got Ishtar who shows up with your inner learnings here, saying follow your heart. Because if you do that, the truth is what truly prevails. That's why it's important to base our things off our own personal spiritual truths. You got the Atlanteans that show up with an evolutionary vibration here. So if you're an evolutionary descendant of 40 million light years away, and that consciousness is seated within this physical vessel in this space and time here on this planet, how fucking cool is that? So who are you truly? And I think that's kind of the discovery we're here. And I don't think it's down to linearize every aspect of it, but I think it's more or less to embrace and feel that you're limitless. Somebody needed this. And you got Rumi that shows up with mystical knowledge, breaking boundaries and personal experiences of God that show up for you. So there's huge revelations here. Don't give up. Don't give up. You don't need to understand all of it. When you need it, it's going to be there. Sometimes you just need a break from tarot and a break from the oracles and a break to go out in nature. A break. Stop smoking weed for a few days. Take 3 days off of whatever you're doing till Friday. What's today? Monday? So it's almost Tuesday. So take some time off and let your body detox. If you can do a sweat lodge, if you can do a sauna, if you can do a hot tub, if you can go for a jog or move your body for an hour, speed walking, fast walking, in whatever ways, take 20 minutes to go take pictures of nature, to pray, to meditate, to connect. Move your body though, because we need that higher vibration to seed some more of this, and just be the vessel of wisdom and knowledge that you are. There's not really anything that you have that's pertinent to say other than when it comes out of your mouth, because it's channeled. There again, we misinterpret the multidimensionality of the physical being, and the evolutionary descendant, when connected with, can work through that consciousness here, the spark of light within my Casey physical vessel, to you, and so forth from you on. All right. Let's see the timing of this next vast change. We've been on here for 2 hours. Doesn't feel like it. Step out of your comfort zone. So you're stepping into the North Node. Check your North Node. Some of you have a very prominent Pisces, Cancer, Virgo North Node. Yeah, it feels like going from fire to water. Have faith in your dreams. Nothing is yet set in stone. Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. Conclusions are within reach in the full moon eclipse. Don't we have an eclipse coming up here pretty soon? Have faith in your dreams. The waxing crescent moon. whatever comes out. Thank you, Jace. Second one to stay. Thank you for whatever comes out. I love you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Great, babe. Huh? Well, why did I feel nervous right now? Alright, so there's a level of innocence that you've had that you're kind of taking into this new realm. It feels like this is a very eye-opening experience that you're having here. When I said, I just think that you need to connect with Wes, the Galactic Line 144. I don't know if you know where he is at on TikTok, but I feel like whatever Wes is saying, if you're watching it, I don't know if you can get a personal reading with Wes or have, just look at Wes, the Galactic Line 144. Go to a month ago and look at some of the videos because those videos are so important for you. Okay, Jason? I love you, Wes, if you're watching. I have zero contact information for anymore. I have a new phone number, new email. So if you still watch me, send me an email so I can contact you. For my beautiful Jason. Good boy. It's like where you're sitting, your energy. I know that shit in the past doesn't serve me. And I know I just got to get through those waters with this big, heavy trench coat I have on. And trust that the emotions, the water, as I swim across, won't sink me to those 2 cups. The vision's there. The manifestation's there. Look at the moon. You're about to leave what you've always known and head towards something that you might not sure how to get there, but it's in sight. There's a lot of gratitude for this, and your soul's letting you know. Jason, Ten of Swords flies out, flips over into the reverse. You done. So the end of that message I just channeled right there that was talking about, when I was talking about moving in from the macro to the micro and moving into this more initiate state of love or version of yourself, I want to also talk about the unconsciousness. Look, enlightenment. It's energy. It's honey, it's nothing that you're doing here on the physical. I mean, it is because you're setting priorities and goals and abstaining and doing different things, but I don't think any harping on yourself or any pushing yourself in a certain ways. This to me feels like you're in the dream state, manifesting these things that are coming here in the future. Okay, so you've got something clear coming in the future. What would that be that this enlightenment brings for Jace? What is that enlightenment? Okay, it looks like you're destined for some sort of leadership position here. And this has to do with setting your goals. And I think you've been doing that, but it's almost kind of feel obsolete for you to do that. You're no longer rushing in with the Knight of Wands. It is in reverse. There's a subtlety to the way that you're being guided. It's no longer balls to the wall, if you know what I mean. Your spirit guides are saying you're the defender. I don't know what you do. You kind of, this is going to sound really out there, but akashically, can I just tell you what I'm feeling for you? This place that you started tattooing at, these new people, this new place, you're like a gatekeeper for this portal here. This specific grid line, or there's something or a person. I can't tell if it's is there beneath the hardwood floors, is there wooden floors somewhere? I'm hearing creaking floors and I'm hearing hardwood floors. I can smell old dust. So I think it has to do with the remnant energy that resides, that has expired, and you have overtaken this grid line now spiritually, energetically on the soul. You, just like me, were both moving into this new reality or realization that things may have been a little bit simpler than we thought they were going to be, Jace. But nonetheless, you still stand guard there because that's all you've known. So why do you feel that blocking or that standing guard? because you broke free from this prison. So now you're saying, I see where I used to stand, because you had the 7 of swords, which is the blocking, and now you've come into the 8. So this is saying, I have released these manifestations of self-judgment, of persecution, of unforgiveness, and I realize that's been a prison and a mental block within my own mind. I am now, even blindfolded, walking out of this orifice of tumultuous thoughts, feelings, events, or manifestation thereof, and you're connected here with the bare feet, very prominent bare feet. Okay, is there something like in the foot here? They want you to do like eucalyptus. I'm just letting you know, eucalyptus and Himalayan salt. So they want you to get fresh eucalyptus, put it in hot water, put your Epsom salts in there, and whether you do a bath, but they want your feet in the water. So whether it's like a saucepan, a big saucepan, they want you to do this every night for 7 days, okay? At least 17 minutes. I don't know why that's so specific, 7:17. Soak your feet, soak your feet, soak your feet. They're showing me like a seaweed wrap. You actually become really good at this and you learn how to take toxins out of people's bodies in the future using this remedy. Anything else for Jason? What's this walking away from with the 5 of Cups? Can you tell me what that is? Fears. You're like, yeah, but you've slowed me down most of my fucking life. So I'm kind of done looking back there, and I'm going to look at what actually excites me instead of what could go wrong. And that is huge. That's what turned this 10 of Swords around for you here. Your daughter's showing up saying, Dad, I'm helping you with the enlightenment. And she's showing you lots of gratitude. You're actually playing with her. See her down there? You're in this realm of these children and you're playing when you're sleeping. You're with her. There's another spirit baby in there, and I just don't know if this baby's not born yet, Jason. I can't help but feel like you have a little boy to come here in about 3 years. I heard 4. But you got a little boy that comes in, and that's your baby girl. She reincarnates here through another. I'm not sure if this will come through you. I feel like it does, Jason. I feel like you meet somebody, and I feel, because they're showing me twins, but one of them goes away in the womb early. It's not like anything catastrophic that like breaks your heart, because it'll still be sad, but the girl passes away almost on principle to reflect that emotion, but this boy is born out of that. I know. I'm like, I ain't having no more motherfucking kids either. This will be balanced in every way. It feels like there's more hands on this, like with this 2 of Pentacles coming out, Jace. It's talking about finding balance and maintaining balance. And see how you only have to hold this and everything else behind you kind of aligns, because your focal point's here at the solar, which is your creativity. Feels like there's plenty of other hands. She's got hands. She's got 2 sets of hands. Just keep your focus is what they're saying, and hold this vision here of the opportunity in which you would like to embark upon. All right, anything else for my beautiful friend? I see money looking good. Some way you've got an exponential amount of money that comes through. And I don't know if you're playing the lottery, but you could actually be winning some money. It's going to be a weird way this comes about. It's like, you're like, me? What the fuck? And you're able to not just help yourself, but other people too. Or this is your son that wins the lottery and helps daddy. There's something here. It's like mutual. I'm hearing it's mutual. Expect for things that this next week to be pretty fast. I think you might be feeling some frustrations and some disconnection to the past. And really going back and forth between connecting to what once was and what is now. I think you just don't want to go back and relive old systems. I think your soul's trying to urge you towards new creation here, and you just might not know what the fuck that looks like. And they're like, we don't really need you to know what it looks like. We just need you to execute this in your higher self. Okay? We just need you to make space for this version of yourself, Big Daddy Mac, that comes in that says, look, I've been here a million lifetimes. Let's do this. We've got a celebration showing up here for you about getting out of your head and releasing a lot of mental anxiety. And the way you're doing this, your spirit guides are showing me, is through an immense a good goddamn meal, good steak. I feel like you're eating good food in the next month. Good food. Some steak or like crab or something yummy. Maybe you're cooking more. But this is just talking about here, be grateful for all that you have, and that will always prove to be more for you. All right, for the rest of the week, crowning energy. You got the Two of Pentacles just saying, remain balanced and let God speak through you. I do feel like you have some you got those old spirits, right? Old realms saying, look, you can't come through here. You're blocked. You can't. You're not good enough. You don't have this. And you're like, bitch, I'm fucking 10 realms ahead of you. Bye. And then you just ascend because you know you can now. I love you. Mwah. Did anybody else have any super chat questions they would like to ask? If not, I'm going to get an angel number for this gorgeous collective. And maybe a few thoughts from the person on your mind. And I will let you guys be. I will let you be. Thank you guys for tuning in. Did you guys like this read? You're welcome, Tracy. I love you more. I'm very, very, very proud of you. Very proud of you. You really adapted from losing dad to where you are now. Like, you should be so proud of yourself. He's a huge, him and her. Your daughter is, they're two peas in a pod. They come from the same oversoul, so you know. You're different from that aspect of the oversoul that they share, but right next to it, almost in a different energy. So whether it's feminine or masculine, very connected. So the person on your mind, it is time for me to heal now. And you and I were too young, that comes out. Bottom of the deck, I left you before you could left me. You trigger wounds from my past that I haven't let go of yet. I can't stop focusing on my mistakes and I feel regret. Moving forward, I am ready to take a leap of faith and jump into the unknown. For the first time in my life, I allow myself to have faith and trust in the God, and that's the Fool that's come out twice here tonight, and it's just reiterating that with speech. All right, let's get an angel number for the collective. Thank you guys for the $50 tonight and the 31 jewels. You guys are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you guys want a personal read with me, please email me. I've been lonely. I haven't had anybody wanting personal reads for some reason. So let me know if I pique your interest in that realm, and I will get you scheduled. If it stays this low, I'm probably just going to shut off personal readings for a couple of months and see where things go to, and just stick with the mini personal reads, because there's other things I could, be working on instead of, putting time and energy towards that. So that's something that's not really wanted or needed at this time. That might just be a sign for me to switch it up. We're going to get back to building as well. I have that shed. I finally got the rest of my materials I need for it. So throughout the day, I might do that and then get on the channel to read at in the evenings. For those of you that don't know, I am a general contractor. I own Angel Dynasty Master Builder, LLC, here in Idaho. And I have the Guardian Oracle. And I'm about to start another business, cleaning business, Angel Dynasty Master Cleaner. So wish me luck, guys. All right, let's get a angel number. Hold on, for the collective. Looks like you got two.
What's your lot? Two.
You got 999, 555, and 777. So let's go in order. 579. Very 7 and the 9 are very highly spiritual numbers, with the 5 coming in as an immense number of change. It's the only number in numerology that has open ends on both sides, which shows its ability to change here. We've got encouragement, support, obstacles, battle, your calling, and restructuring creative work. You are going to level up. It might not feel good initially, but it will prepare you to handle the greater things in life for your highest good. This is the why you have been looking for. Push through it. There is reward waiting for you at the finish line. Next, we have 777, good luck, that comes in. How many of you have been seeing this number? I know I see this one quite a bit. We have got the messages most likely to reach you during intense uncertainty. You will come out winning from everything that may come your way. It is also a sign that you have much life experience and wisdom to share. Yet you will need the enthusiasm and effort to get the message to others. So perhaps you'll have a partnering spirit that helps you to push that energy along, whether being your higher self or another physical being body. 999, this is the number of releasing. 5, 7s, and 9s. Your current circumstances are ending, so you may take advantage of better ones. If you are experiencing a significant change or conclusion, please view your life as a series of chapters and cycles. It will make it a lot easier and helpful to break it down that way. How can you make room for something new to emerge? All right, and you got 6666, great blessings. I never see this number. I never get this card, so I'm going to read it because this could be very prominent. Self-love, boundaries, needs, good vibes, wisdom, and understanding, and letting go. Nurture yourself, your needs, desires, and boundaries. Let go of things that are weighing you down. And make space for something meaningful and expand your spirit to all areas of your life. That big love, opportunity, or job needs to squeeze in somewhere.
No, I watch from the chat. Don't pause it.
All right, guys. Ringo has something to show you guys.
My new dirt bike. Here, I'll show you.
Didn't you just have that bike?
No, that's the 250.
You have the 125.
Yeah, the 125.
Okay, show him because I'm gonna let him go.
Yeah, Mom. Let's get the glare off. So I got a 2005 KX250, brand new top end, brand new piston rings, brand new valves, and it got like rid of the crappy titanium valves because they like used to wear out fast. And he put stainless steel ones in there. And had my buddy come over and adjust the valves for me so I can get to go ride it this weekend. I rode a dirt bike in 4-wheeler.
Oh, except for you're grounded because you got kicked out of school today for wrestling in the boys' bathroom.
Expelled, actually.
For the umpteenth time.
Yo,
So now he's just buy, selling, and trading vehicles at 12, making the shit some money.
Actually 13, but...
He wishes he was, but he better
Put
start
it-
paying his mama.
Put a 3 in it. I literally just paid $40 headlights in and installed them in your car.
Good, you're not getting the money back you owe me for all the trips to your school to pick
Put a
you
3
up.
in, put a 3 in the
Early
chat
today,
if my bike's
expended,
clean.
expendable.
Put a 3 in the chat if my bike's clean. What do you say?
New top end, new valves, fuck yeah.
Oh yeah. It like shimmers too, brand new shimmers. And it has a pro circuit exhaust with it and an FMF and the stock pipe. So I have 3 pipes to choose from. So I'll see.
Are they gapped properly?
That's what he was trying to say. He's like, he went to go kick it over and it popped over a little bit, but he said it wasn't starting. And he said he didn't get time to gap them. So I have my buddy Denver come over, get him to like gap them.
Are you talking about the spark plug?
No, you gap valves too.
Oh.
So I'm gonna have him gap them, shim them, and if we get it to run that day and get it to run good, I won't take it to the shop. But if we don't get it, I'll have to take it to the shop. And it's only $80 an hour with my boy Jeff Harding.
Aw.
Use RL10 for 10% off.
I'm so happy to see all of you, especially top star Marine agent at Art of the Pain. And who is my secret admirer here? Thank you for giving me access of our course, Casey. And
First rodeo of the
Thank you.
season is February 15th. I don't know if Mom's gonna be there. It's up in Homedale. Probably not.
Bull riding's already starting.
Yeah. Most famous videos on Mom's YouTube.
And
by the
Ringo,
way.
stop playing in your mom's face. But seriously, boys wrestle. That
Exactly.
was harsh.
Like we had like each other's like hands on each shoulders, like pushing each other in the bathroom. Officer.
I'm so
Holloway
tired of. I
walks
had to
in.
go talk to. I said, so my son's in trouble for being a kid and roughhousing in the hallway before a class at 12.
It was-
He's 12 and
it
he's
was
over
at lunch. I'm
almost
13.
6. Okay, he's 13. He's almost 6 foot tall. Well, he's a little big to be screwing around. I'm like, no, he's still a boy. He's not 18, 19, 20, and that's what kids do. They roughhouse and fuck around. But he's expelled again for the 5th time this
Just
fucking year.
Let me do
So
online school.
I'm not all
So-
night. You can't even do your chores.
Cat. I literally just got
All right,
this shit
guys, I
done.
love you. I'm out of here. Please, if you want a personal reading, email me. All
Send my
right.
mom $80 so I get a valve shim.
You're not getting a valve shim. You're gonna get my shim in your butt crack. All right, love you guys. Where's the father? His father in Oregon. Probably working on another piece of fucking mechanicism. They're all mechanics. Their whole family are inventors. Um, they actually owned Harding Silver way back in the 80s and 90s. They were big. They were bigger than Montana Silver, and that was his grandparents until his grandfather got murdered. He's just a fucking genius in a little boy's body. Can I tell you about the past life regressions I've done with this kid being on the same ship or same planet or same this boy has not always been my son. He's been my comrade, he's been my friend, he's been my fucking parent. We're always working together, and he just happens to be my kid this fucking lifetime. I don't know what I did to deserve that shit. Mom, did you know? I'm like, no, I have enough of my own consciousness, Ringo, to deal with. Yeah, he's an old soul. Grumpy. He's acts like a fucking 90-year-old man in the morning. Oh my god. I'm like, dude, just get up and go to fucking school. I hate this system. I hate this one. I'm this fucking pissed off that he's here. When he came out, he was like this. Fucking pissed. He was on his mind. He's like, really? Again? I'm like, bitch, you chose me. I know. Alright, I'm out of here. Love you guys. Oh, the fucking funny stories that we start to recognize within our journey, huh? I hope you guys all wake up. Try to do some lucid dreaming tonight. Deep sleep meditation. Try to allow your body to fall asleep and to lightly elevate in the consciousness. I love you guys. There's more to life than just being in the physical and having this persona. Start going outside of the realms of who and what you've been told you are and connect, because you already are. It's just realizing it. The power of thought is powerful. I love you guys.